know.
I'm sure someone can show you.
Yeah, I got people, but I asked them and they gave me the wrong information.
Howard, with Game of Thrones, it all pays off. Like,
you saw the whole
You've seen the whole
No.
season?
I've read the books.
Oh.
And it all pays off.
No, I'm watching it because I like that dwarf dude.
Tyrion, he's great.
Yeah. Whatever his real name is.
Oh, Peter Dinklage?
Peter Dinklage. I like him.
My boyfriend.
Yeah. Robin said she'd fuck Peter Dinklage.
She loves
I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, I like him too. He's good for like short people, little people, whatever the name is, little people, because
Short people.
he's got dignity. You know, he's not
He's not just there for comic relief.
right. He's not just like the Wizard of Oz kind of character.
Yeah.
You know, which usually. I was. He should call himself Peter the actor. I was thinking about him. You know, Eric the actor.
Right.
Peter the actor.
Then he would have no dignity.
Speaking of Eric the actor, I got to tell you, you know, it was funny. Chuck Zito, I love Chuck Zito's show. Chuck last night had on Tony Danza and Steve Guttenberg as his guest.
Really?
Yeah, it was a really good show. And they're talking about acting and stuff.
And what did
And you know, Chuck is always he's sort of like Eric the actor in that, like, Chuck won't do certain things if his kid, like,
if he wouldn't do it in real life, he's not doing it on screen.
Right. And then Tony Danza was trying to explain to him, well, you're an actor. It's okay to do weird things because you're an actor. And Chuck would have none of it.
You could kill somebody on screen, but that doesn't mean you're going to be killing people in your real life.
Or if you shit your pants in a scene, it doesn't mean in real life you'd shit your pants. So Chuck would have none of it. And it reminded me.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If they were talking about acting, what did Chuck talk about?
Oh, Chuck! No, Chuck was talking about his 5 seasons on Oz and all that. But this was the greatest conversation. Listen to this. This is so much fun because, you know, Chuck's like, hey, fuck you. I'm not doing certain things. And Tony's like, well, then stop complaining that you can't get acting work, because if you're an actor, you got to be willing to do stuff.
And I was saying in the car how great you were in Oz.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank
really
you.
Good,
We had a good time.
And I was saying you're a dramatic actor.
You know, it was on for 6
That's Steve Guttenberg.
years. I did it for 5 years.
There was a lot of nudity on that show. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I told Tom right there, I said, you know what? I don't. First of all, Tom, he goes, I'm going to bring your character back next year, see how far I can push this. He says, I don't do rapes and I don't get raped. You can live with that, fine. He goes, you know, those guys, you're acting. I said, let me tell you something. Sticking your tongue down another guy's throat ain't fucking acting. Did you see John Wayne do that? James Cagney do that? Fuck that.
They say that,
you know, you gotta, I hate to say this.
Come on.
No, I hate to say this, but you are either an actor or you're not. Let's be honest. You're either an actor or you're not. If you're a bad guy and you want to be that guy, that's a character and that's a type. Yeah. But you could sit here all day and curse and say, well, you know, what's bad. But that's what you do, and that's the world we live in, and you guys sometimes have to do it. And I'm sorry, maybe you're just a chicken shit. How's that sound? I mean, really? Is there something?
There's one thing, right? I had a show that was Chad McQueen was called Red Line.
Yeah, I remember that.
They wanted me, when he puts a gun to my head, they wanted me to piss in my pants. Well, you know, they put the water in the fucking thing. And I said, that ain't happening. The director goes, he goes, that's what's in the script. I said, I ain't fucking doing that.
Whatever the case may be, you know, so the reason you can't tell the director. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you did. But you're over here crying that you can't get a job. That's all I'm saying.
That's all right.
Listen,
yeah.
You're gonna have to, bite the bullet here. I don't want you to, give up your manhood, but it is acting, you know.
It's not real, you know.
It's acting.
Yeah, not real.
Do you remember the guy? What's the fuck's his name? That was blowing the guy in Sopranos.
Right.
That's the only people remember that one thing. People remember him for one thing. Hey, remember Peter Green from Pulp Fiction?
Right. By the way, I don't remember the guy who blew the guy in Sopranos. Chuck remembers it.
That is in Chuck's mind.
Yeah. With Ving Rhames, that scene?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only, he says, everybody comes up to that's the only scene they remember. I don't need people telling me. That's the only reason I need.
It's nice to be remembered.
You don't need that. No, yes. I didn't think about that. That is.
We're going to our second break.
Chuck on the hot seat. But I just thought it was really funny because that's the discussion I always have with Eric the actor. I go, Eric, you're acting. You got to, if the part is of a certain type of guy, it doesn't mean you're that guy.
And it doesn't mean people are going to think you're that guy.
Eric the actor, you're on the air.
Good morning. I was calling because I was wondering if you saw your wife's interview yesterday on Access Hollywood Live.
I absolutely did. It's hard to keep up with my wife's interviews. She's out promoting this TV show that she's doing called Spoiled Rotten Pets. It airs on National Geo Wild, and she went out to L.A. when I went out, and she was booked up on so many shows. It was quite remarkable, the amount of shows.
So she was working too while you were out there.
She was busy, and she had so many shows booked. But I did see her on The Talk, which I thought she did a great job. And she always asked me how'd I do, and I just thought she was great, delightful. And then I saw the Access Hollywood with Billy Bush, and I don't know the woman's name on that show. But
I don't either.
They had interviewed me the day before. What's her name?
Kit Hoover.
Kit Hoover. Yeah, well, they had interviewed me the day before, and I did this whole half-hour interview with the whole crew from America's Got Talent. Nick Cannon said he'd never seen anything like it. I was in a rare, horrible mood with my cold, and I was kind of brutal. But nevertheless, I like Billy Bush. I had a good time with him and this Kit woman, Kit Hoover. And Beth did it yesterday. And I really enjoyed her appearance. I thought it was good. So, I saw it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good interview.
Yeah.
She did a good job on there, talk about her show and talking about, her life with you and everything.
Yeah, it was fun. All right, Eric.
Did you hear us talking about your acting today?
You remind me of Chuck Zito. Chuck won't do a lot of different things on camera either.
And it's held him back in his career.
Right, I heard that.
Yeah. I still think you should have done Cougar Town and not given that over to Ronnie.
Well, I made it clear to you that I wasn't going to do any roles where I had to cross-dress, and that's exactly what happened to Ronnie, so...
Yeah, and I thought Ronnie's appearance was fun. It was funny.
Did you laugh when you saw Ronnie?
I actually didn't watch it.
Too painful?
No, it's not that. It's just that I actually don't like that show.
I just seen a lot of actors who, when they lose up heart to somebody else, it's very hard for them to watch the performance. Yes. It's a stinging thing. But I got to tell you something. After I saw Ronnie as a cross-dressing, character, I never once said, "Oh, Ronnie really enjoys dressing as a woman in real life." Do you understand what I'm saying?
Didn't think about it once.
Yeah. Do you hear what I'm saying, Eric?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
No, I never thought that Ronnie really likes to cross-dress.
And did you hear what Tony Danza and Steve Guttenberg said? Either you're an actor or you're not.
Yes, I did hear that.
It's not. It didn't interest them.
Didn't make a dent.
All right, Eric. Thank you very much. Would you just wear a skirt, no bra? No.
No, I would not cross-dress at all.
Right.
And I unfortunately am not going to be able to make it out to New York next week for the Beyond the Ballet, which is beyondtheballet.org charity event.
Nobody knew you were coming.
I've talked about that before.
All right. Well, we don't really.
Johnny.
Hey, would you wear a kilt on camera?
I am of Irish heritage, so I guess that wouldn't be too out of the question.
No, all right. I just didn't know if it was too much like a dress.
Right.
All right, Eric. Thank you, and sorry you won't be appearing in New York next week. Thank you. All right. I don't want to get too involved in that whole discussion. Right. We've had that a million times. He is. But
I just wondered if hearing other actors, and not just us, say it, it would make a difference.
No, it made no difference. To answer your question. What I'm trying to figure out is, let's say Eric's in a scene and he's wearing a kilt. But an actor, the other character in the scene thinks the kilt is a skirt. Would Eric then do the same? Right? King of all black.